Today, we're talking about one of hockey's most resilient and heartfelt stars, Dylan Larkin. If you're a Detroit Red Wings fan, or just someone who appreciates a story of grit, family, and triumph, you're in for a treat. We'll cover everything from his latest injury update that's got the hockey world holding its breath, to his age, his loving wife, his family roots, his impressive net worth, his everyday lifestyle, and a full biography that shows how this Michigan kid became a captain and a legend in the making. So settle in, grab your favorite drink, and let's journey through the life of Dylan Larkin. Imagine the roar of the crowd at Little Caesars Arena, the ice glistening under the lights. And there he is, number 71, skating with that signature speed and determination that has defined his career. Dylan Larkin, the heart and soul of the Detroit Red Wings, has always been more than just a player. He's a leader, a fighter, and now, a devoted family man. But let's start with the news that's on everyone's mind right now, his recent injury. It happened just a couple of days ago, on March 6th, 2026, during a tough game against the two-time defending Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers. Midway through the third period, Larkin was coming to a stop to take a shot when his right leg bent awkwardly in what looked like a non-contact mishap. The arena fell silent as he crumpled in pain, making his way to the bench hunched over before being helped down the tunnel. Fans and teammates alike feared the worst. Could this be a season ender for the captain who's been carrying the team through their push to end a 9-year playoff drought? But here's the sigh of relief we've all been waiting for. After evaluations, the Red Wings announced that Larkin's lower body injury is only day-to-day. He won't suit up for the game against the New Jersey Devils on March 8th, but he's traveling with the team on their 4-game road trip, which is a huge positive sign. Coach Todd McClellan shared that while Larkin needs some time to recover, it's not long-term, nothing like a year-ending blow. When you start talking about the lower extremities and you see what happened, you're like, okay, now what? McClellan said, so far, we're not talking about anything like that. That's a real good sign for him and for our team. It's moments like these that remind us how fragile the game can be and how much heart it takes to bounce back. Larkin has faced injuries before, but his resilience is what sets him apart, and knowing he's likely back on the ice soon brings a wave of emotion for anyone who's followed his journey. Speaking of journeys, let's rewind to where it all began. Dylan Larkin was born on July 30th, 1996, in Waterford, Michigan, a suburb not far from the hustle of Detroit. As of March 2026, that makes him 29 years old, though he'll turn 30 this summer. A milestone that feels almost surreal for a guy who's already accomplished so much in the NHL. Growing up in a sports-loving family, hockey wasn't even the first sport on the radar for the Larkins. His dad, Kevin, and his uncles came from a soccer background in Toronto, with Kevin playing college ball at the University of Southern Indiana, where he met Dylan's mom, Sydney Denise. Uncle Jim even played goalkeeper for the Canadian national team. Family trips revolve around watching soccer games, but somewhere along the way, the ice called to young Dylan and his older brother, Colin. The brothers shared a passion for hockey that would shape their lives. Colin went on to play collegiately and even signed a contract with the Edmonton Oilers after his college career. But Dylan? He was the one destined for stardom. From a young age, he stood out with his blazing speed and work ethic, playing for local teams and eventually catching the eye of scouts while at the University of Michigan for one season. It's emotional to think about those early days, the sacrifices his parents made, driving him to practices, supporting his dreams in a state where hockey is more than a game. It's a way of life. Dylan's path to the pros was nothing short of a fairy tale with its share of twists. Drafted 15th overall by his hometown Detroit Red Wings in 2014, he made his NHL debut on opening night in 2015 at just 19 years old, the first teenager to do so since the early 90s. Can you imagine the pressure? Stepping onto the ice in the city you grew up loving, wearing the winged wheel jersey that legends like Steve Yzerman and Henrik Zetterberg made iconic. Comparisons to Yzerman started early, and while Dylan has always been humble about it, he's lived up to the hype. He became the team's captain in 2021, leading by example with his scoring prowess. For consecutive 30-goal seasons, including a standout 2024-25, where he tallied 40 assists and 70 points. And let's not forget his international glory, winning gold with Team USA at the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milano Cortina, the first for U.S. men's hockey since 1980. It's been a career filled with highs like all-star appearances and representing his country, but also the grind of rebuilding a franchise. Through it all, Dylan's speed, leadership, and passion have made in the face of the Red Wings' resurgence. But hockey is only part of the story. What truly tugs at the heartstrings is Dylan's family life, a beautiful blend of love, loss, and joy that shows the man behind the mask. He met his wife, Kinsey Wolfe, through mutual Michigan connections, and their romance blossomed into something special. Kinsey, an actress, musician, and social media personality with a passion for the performing arts, has been his rock through thick and thin. They got engaged in July 2022 with a romantic lakeside proposal involving their dog, Ellie, and tied the knot on August 6, 2023, in a private ceremony at Shepherd's Hollow Golf Club in Clarkston, Michigan, surrounded by family, friends, and teammates. It was a day of pure happiness. But their path to building a family wasn't easy. In late 2023, Dylan and Kinsey bravely shared that they had suffered 2 miscarriages, a heartbreaking experience that brought them closer and showed their vulnerability to the world. This week, my wife and I said goodbye to our baby, Dylan posted on Instagram at the time. It's hard to find words or positivity in this, but we greatly appreciate your support and understanding. The outpouring of love from fans was overwhelming, and it highlighted how much Detroit embraces its own. Then, in May 2025, their dream came true with the birth of their daughter, Lennon Marie Larkin, on May 19th. Lennon Marie Larkin, you are our dream come true, Kinsey shared. Dylan has gushed about fatherhood, calling it truly amazing, and crediting Kinsey as the family's rock. She allows me to focus on doing what I have to do. She's the rock of our family, for sure, he said ahead of the Olympics. Balancing NHL life with being a dad has brought a new layer of emotion to his world. Late nights with the baby, family time in Michigan, and cherishing those quiet moments away from the rink. Family has always been at the core for Dylan. Raised by Kevin and Sydney, with Colin as his constant companion and competitor, he grew up understanding the value of roots. In 2016, he and Colin started the Larkin Hockey School at Lakeland Ice Arena in Waterford Township, giving back to the community that shaped them. It's a way to inspire the next generation, just as their family inspired them. Dylan often speaks of feeling like a hometown hero, proud to play his entire career in Detroit, and he envisions finishing it there. I've got to experience that, and I definitely don't see myself leaving until I'm done playing, he once shared. His extended family, with those soccer-playing uncles, adds a fun dynamic. Holidays filled with stories of athletic pursuits, and now, little Lennon to carry on the legacy. It's these personal ties that make Dylan's story so relatable and emotional. He's not just a star, he's a son, a brother, a husband, and a father navigating life's ups and downs like the rest of us. Now, let's talk about the lifestyle that comes with being an NHL captain. Dylan lives a life that's equal parts high-octane and grounded. On the ice, it's all about rigorous training, ultra-strong workouts to stay at the top of his game, and the thrill of competition. Off the ice, he's embraced the joys of fatherhood and marriage, spending quality time at home in Michigan. He and Kinsey keep things low-key, focusing on family outings, perhaps a round of golf or time with their dog. But with success comes perks. Dylan's net worth reflects his hard work. As of 2026, his career earnings have topped $64 million, with an 8-year contract signed in 2023 worth $69.6 million, carrying an average annual value of $8.7 million through 2031. That's set to push his total NHL earnings beyond $85 million by the end of the deal, not including endorsements and investments. He lives comfortably, but humbly. Think modern home setups with personal touches, like a basement rec room for downtime, echoing the basements where many players start their dreams. His lifestyle is about balance, pushing limits in the gym, savoring family dinners, and giving back through his hockey school. Even in the Olympic Village in 2026, he soaked in the energy of being around world-class athletes, calling it contagious and appreciating the team chemistry it built. It's a life of luxury earned through sweat, but always tied to his Michigan roots. As we wrap up this deep dive into Dylan Larkin's world, it's clear he's more than a hockey player. He's a symbol of perseverance. From his early days in Waterford to captaining the Red Wings, through heartbreaks and highs with his family, and now facing this latest injury with the same fighting spirit, Dylan's story inspires us to keep pushing forward. The injury update is positive, his family is thriving, and his future looks bright both on and off the ice. Thank you for joining me on this emotional ride. If you enjoyed learning about Dylan Larkin, please give this video a like, hit that subscribe button for more athlete biographies and updates, and turn on notifications so you never miss a thing. Until next time, stay inspired.